that if we were not in the Hope for New York community, our organization would look different today. The partnership between Hope for New York and St. Paul's House has been a tremendous blessing to us. My hope is that when people come into St. Paul's House, that they would encounter Jesus while they're here.
Hope for New York has really been a true partner for us. Beyond the funding, Hope for New York has really made an effort to get to know us, get to understand our strategy, and without volunteers like those from Hope for New York, our job would be a lot harder.
To really help impact somebody's life. You take somebody who's never probably received any love, any support, coming from a really dark place, and you're walking alongside them, providing them guidance, friendship, and so much more.
All of the different ways in which they've been a support to us. But it's not just about a check, it's not just about sending volunteers. They are looking out for the organization as a whole.
Well-being is all about relationship. The Bible has a term it uses in the Old Testament that's usually translated peace. It's actually the Hebrew word shalom, and it means when all things are rightly related to each other. 20 years ago, we helped Hope for New York get started at Redeemer because we believe that word and deed ministry have to go together, that it's extremely important for Christians to back up their words about God's love with deeds of mercy, compassion, seeking justice. In the beginning, He made the world without disease, without poverty, without suffering, without death, without all the pain. God wants to see His entire world flourish. He wants to heal it so that it flourishes socially, physically, economically, materially, spiritually, in every way. Hope for New York partners with churches and brings those churches financial resources and gifts, as well as volunteer time, into 40 affiliates around the city that work with the poor and the marginalized. The words mean nothing if it's not backed up with deeds. Everybody knows that a person of integrity is someone who doesn't just talk about love, but shows it. Now, Hope for New York benefits those 40 affiliates 3 ways. It brings the ministries into connection with volunteers who can volunteer their time. Secondly, it gives them grants that funds their programs. And thirdly, it gives them training and instruction to help them do their work even better. If you look, you see Hope for New York's footprints all over the city. In East Harlem, you see Hope for New York helping the hungry and the homeless. In Manhattan, you see them working with men and women who have been incarcerated. In Washington Heights, you see them working with disadvantaged youth. Out in Brooklyn, you see them working with the working poor. Their footprints are everywhere.
When I started volunteering with Operation Exodus, I was with the 2nd grade girls. And we sat around on career day when they were in 2nd grade and went around in a circle and asked the question, what do you want to be when you grow up? Every single girl in our class said they wanted to grow up and be a cleaning lady. By the time we got to 4th grade, I was with the same group of girls and we went around in the circle again and we were asking, what do you want to be when you grow up? And they started to say things like, I want to be a teacher, I want to be a vet.
Ashley came to us about 6 months ago. She was trafficked by her husband from South Asia to the New York area. When she first came to us, she was really shy. She was afraid to even walk out of the safe house. But now, about 6 months later, she's just a vibrant presence at the safe house, a really important part of that community. And yesterday I heard that she got her first job in the U.S. working for a big retail company.
The young lady that we've been working with for a couple of years now, and just watching her transition from being homeless to having housing, and now she's currently working on her GED. For me, it just warms my heart, and I feel like it's been an answer to prayer that she's able to come here and we've been able to work with her and walk alongside her. She's on her road to success.
The day I realized that the relationship between the 5 Ventures and Hope for New York was an amazing one was when I realized the relationship of Russell and Glenn, who was one of the volunteers from Hope for New York. He took Russell to his church, brought him to his family dinner. Russell comes from somewhere where it's dark and hard, and then in turn having someone like Glenn who's really supporting him and pushing him and being his friend, helping him become successful, helping him become that great father, son, that we all dream of becoming.
Your support and your work and your volunteering really helps some of the most vulnerable, exploited people in this great city.
Thank you for taking care of us. Thank you for loving us, for praying for us.
Making our lives in this city and our city a better place to live.
For walking alongside us in the work that we're doing in New York City. So thank you.